I guess I'd been in pain physically for so long that it was just normal to me. I'd had stomach issues since I was a child. I'd had back pain since I was in high school. It was just my reality. I didn't know anything different for so long that I just thought I had to live with it. I just didn't have any joy in my life, you know? And it affected everything. It was starting to affect, you know, my relationship with my daughter, my professional relationships, how much I could be there for my students. My 110% looked like everybody else's 60%. And so I didn't feel like I was being the best parent and teacher that I could. It was just like this, I don't know, ugly gray blanket of sadness over everything. I started getting hives and breaking out, and I had different body parts that started swelling up. So every day I would wake up with my hands were swollen, or my eyes were swollen, or my feet were so swollen I couldn't barely put shoes on. And I went to the doctor and they didn't know what it was. You know, they ran allergy tests and said I wasn't allergic to anything. I would look online for different diseases or illnesses that had my symptoms, and I would say, okay, will you test me for this? Maybe this is what I have. And they would always test me, but they never had any solutions other than, you know, if the pain medicine isn't working, we can up your dosage. And I did. I upped the dosage because I didn't know what else to do, but my pain kept getting worse. I first heard about Dr. Salas from a friend who was also a teacher. She had gone to him. She'd just had a baby and was having really bad back pain. Doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong and were recommending surgery, and she went to him and he told her a really simple solution that fixed her back pain. And she said, he's amazing, you have to go see him. When I look back at who I was, it's really hard for me to even believe that I was that person. You know, now I have energy to do hobbies. You know, I work and I feel like I'm fulfilling what I should do at work. I also have such quality relationships with my family. Emotionally, I'm happy, I'm at peace. I'm not anxious or worried. And I know that so many good things are going to happen in my future, and I didn't feel like that before. When I felt better physically, emotionally, I started feeling better about myself. And eventually, you know, I had all this energy, and I met my husband, and you know, we started dating. We would go on kayak trips, we would go to art museums, go to soccer games, you know, and before I met Dr. Salas, I would not physically have had the energy to do those things, and emotionally, I wouldn't have been in a place where I could be open to them. Some of the biggest differences I saw initially were that I was having less pain. I was happier. I was starting to become hopeful for the first time in a really long time. I started losing weight, sleeping better, understanding some of the emotions that I was going through that I, in the past, would just have no way of processing, and so I would just try to cover them up and act like they weren't there. And after I started getting better and seeing Dr. Salas, I felt like I could finally be there for students and develop a deeper relationship with my daughter. You know, we were always close, but I always had this sadness, you know, and I finally started feeling joy in my life, and that transferred over to her, I could tell that she was happier and that we were getting to do more things together. You know, I wake up now in the morning and I don't have pain, and that's really awesome. There are some days I wake up and I have so much energy and I'm happy and I don't have any pain, and I just am so joyful that I don't have to feel the way I used to feel. I went to doctors for so long, and with all of the issues I had, they would just give me pills, and I masked the symptoms, but that created a whole new list of symptoms, and it never really fixed the root cause of all of my problems. I would suggest Dr. Salas to anyone who wants to make a difference in their life. Whether it's something, you know, physical, emotional. My name is Caitlin. I'm a teacher. I love my family and my students, and I'm a patient of Dr. Salas.